I can't trust Pharrell no more. I never ever trust Pharrell again in my life. Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertantonnyc.com, coming to you with your no frills, the voice commentary from a singer. Oh, let me see y'all. I'm gonna pull my hair out over here. Pharrell is killing me. Pharrell is killing me. What is he doing? Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm glad ain't nothing in the house to drink, because I would be totaled by now. Lord, it's the third night of the battle rounds, and it was a show of like just a roller coaster. Just here, and most of the down was because of Pharrell. But let me tell you guys what happened. TeamPharrell started with Briar, Jonnee versus Caitlyn, Caporale. They did Falling by Alicia Keys. And Pharrell was trying to get Caitlyn to bring more power in her vocal during first rehearsal, and getting Briar to open up her eyes and connect. Lionel Richie told Briar to open her eyes and point, you know, so that people would know that she's engaged or whatever, which is kind of interesting. And they got a lot of good info in the final rehearsal. We heard them before we saw them on the stage, and I didn't know who was who, and I was like, they sound so differently, but they both were strong. Briar was riffing like Caitlyn. Caitlyn was a lot better at taking it to the audience and expressing her emotions, while Briar started out very internal. Her eyelids were kind of veiled. Their voices were very equally matched though, and them last notes, woo, they tore it up. Blake said he'd buy a ticket to this show every day of the week. Adam said Caitlyn could win the show but called them both wonderful. Christina said they were equally great and complimented Briar's high notes. And Pharrell chose Caitlyn because he felt she was further along. Then TeamAdam had Barry Minniefield versus Jack Gregori. They did Feelin' Alright by Joe Cocker. And Ellie said they were rushing in the final rehearsal, and Adam told them to be guided by the kick and the snare, and told Jack to pretend he wrote the song and have fun. So the band set a great mood. These guys got me to vibe, and you know, when Barry screamed in his face, though, I was hooting and hollering. It was so funny and unexpected. I see why Jack wanted to go into his lower notes and stuff, because that would have gave him, you know, more of his specialty thing. But Barry had a better tone on this and was a lot looser and more natural. So Blake said Jake was comfortable but preferred Barry. Christina said it was like watching a conversation between old friends. Pharrell said Jack has a great tone and Barry has a soulful essence. And Adam chose Barry Minniefield because he said he has a cool vibe. Then Team Christina had Caitlyn Reed versus Treeva Gibson. They did Addicted to Love by Florence and the Machine. This is a remake. Christina told them to make sure they're really overlapping their parts in first rehearsal, and Nick Jonas was trying to tell Treeva to stay at the top when she got there. You know, she did all this and going up to the big place, and then she went back down. And he said, stay up there, you know, ain't nowhere else to go. In final rehearsal though, Christina was trying to get them to let loose and connect it to something emotional. So I've never heard this version of the song, and it kind of sounded like a YouTube remix to me, you know, the way we always slow it down, make it a little more acoustic and all that. The girls' voices sounded good enough on here, but I don't think they really got in touch with anything personal. They didn't connect it to any of their personal emotions. They kind of mocked being a little crazy, stalking around the stage and around each other, but for me it was just meh. It wasn't great. Pharrell said there's a lot of potential in both of them. Adam said style and influence were overwhelming their raw talent and favored Treeva. Blake called Treeva so good but thought Caitlyn was more developed and favored her. And Christina chose Treeva Gibson because she has a unique fire and she can take you by surprise. And if I can take you by surprise, make sure to thumb up the commentary and let me know that you are enjoying the commentary, that you are appreciating it. It also lets other people know that we are over here discussing The Voice. We need more viewers, let me tell y'all. We need more people over here up in discussion. So make sure to +1 this and send it around to your friends who are watching The Voice. Alright, thank you guys so much for your thumbs and for your support. TeamPharrell was up next with Kimberly Nichole versus Lowell Oakley. They did Hound Dog by Big Mama Thornton and Me Made by Elvis. Both of the mentors jumped up when Kimberly started singing in first rehearsal, and you could see him get disparaged. You could see Lowell was just like, oh. Pharrell told him to give it some grit. Lowell was trying to step up in the last rehearsal, and they were trying to find their way to work with each other. On the main stage, Kimberly started this out, and that tone just cut through everything. And it looked to me like Lowell took some of her classes or something, because he kind of like took on a little bit of her style and her phrasing, and they were like moving the same way and stuff like that. I was like, what's going on? He was trying to come up for sure and gave a little grit to it, but I felt like she had so much headroom that she didn't use while he still kind of hit his limit. They worked well together though. Pharrell and Christina stood for them. Adam called it a classic voice moment. Blake called her infectious and said he's obsessed with her, and called Lowell's tail wagging awesome. Christina said they both had charisma and said it was her favorite battle of the season. Pharrell chose Lowell Oakley because he said he needs him more. And let me, oh my God, this is just killing me. I was ready to throw something at the TV. I'm ready to throw something at the TV, Pharrell. Okay, I'm sorry. Pharrell, all my hair gonna be gone. And Pharrell just, oh Lord, isn't the person who won the battle supposed to be the person that wins? Not the person who needs you more, supposedly, who might not even make it to the live? Oh, okay. I'm composed. I'm composed. And Christina chimed in to Steal Kimberly right away. Good going, Team Christina. Next up, TeamBlake. Brenna Yeager versus Kelsie May. They did Fancy by Reba McEntire. And Brenna was really nervous, but Blake told her that her voice was made for the song. And Megan told them that when she's nervous, she pretends that she's Beyonce. In band rehearsal, they were trying to get the girls to lock in the harmonies and bring some attitude. And these two are just too cute together up there on stage. From the beginning, Brianna was a little looser, but I was loving Kelsey's attack on the song and her tone. She just came off a little stiff in the beginning, but she loosened up a bit as she went along, and I was loving her range too. Talking about Kelsie. Naturally, I favored Kelsie on this, right? Christina said they were on 10 the whole time. Pharrell had good remarks for both. Adam said Brenna succeeded in not allowing herself to crumble, but favored Kelsie. And Blake chose Kelsie May, he said, because her voice cuts through and gave her a little advantage. Team Christina was last of the night. It was Clinton Washington versus India Carney. They did Stay by Rihanna and Mickey Echo. And Christina was saying Clinton was ahead in first rehearsal, and Nick was trying to get him to stop cutting off his words. Christina demonstrated for India vocally what she wanted her to do to begin the song. And in final rehearsal, Nick was also trying to get them to be more intimate with each other. So this was coming off very intense from the beginning, and they had some really sweet harmony blend going. I liked the little flutter that showed up in India's voice, and Clinton was matching her note for note. They had several great moments in this and seemed to be pleading with each other, not just singing the song but actually begging each other to stay. I was loving it. All the emotion and the feelings and everything was there. All the coaches stood for them. Pharrell said it was technically the best battle of the season. Adam said Clinton was the male counterpart of India and they were equals up there. Blake said he got wrapped up in it, and Christina chose India Carney, of course, to win. You know, what else is she gonna do? And Adam chimed in to steal Clinton, and Pharrell snuck in a little later. Clinton chose Adam as his coach. And somebody asked me, right, would you have chose Pharrell? I said, I can't trust Pharrell no more. I never ever trust Pharrell again in my life. Alright fam, this is Robert Anton, robertantonnyc.com. I'll see you guys again tomorrow night for the final night of the battles. I am out. Peace.